Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter number 5, which is about subprograms and file handling, and the topic which we'll learn today, that is about numeric and string functions. We have started learning about numeric functions, that what are numeric functions, and from these numeric functions we have learned about one numeric function, which was int. So numeric functions, what are they? They are applied on different numeric values, and their result is also input. Is input is numeric, and accordingly the output is also numeric. So the list of numeric functions is that there are 9 numeric functions: int, sqr, sin, cos, tan, fix, tab, rnd, and log. So we have started learning about the very first one, which is ABS function. It returns the absolute value being passed into the function parameter. So this function returns the absolute value of arithmetic expression. Clear? An absolute value, what is an absolute value? Which it returns? Absolute value contains no signs, neither positive nor negative sign. Okay. So the syntax of using this type of function, ABS function, is as follows. As you can see in the fourth bullet, ABS, which is the name of the function, along with the parameter, which is x. What does it indicate? It indicates the arithmetic expression or numeric value whose absolute value is to be returned. Okay. So name of the function along with the expression or numeric value whose value needs to be returned as absolute value. Okay. Let's see the example. The very first statement is CLS. It's a clear screen command we know very well in basic language. In order to clear the screen, command from screen, so we use this command. Next line is a print statement, and here ABS function is also used. ABS 5, so here only the numeric value is passed, no expression has been given, while the expression can also be given. Line number 30 is also containing a ABS function and print statement. In line number 30, there is a negative sign, but in result, after the use of ABS function, it would be returned as simple 10. Okay, the negative sign would not be printed in the output. Line number 40 is again a print statement within an ABS function, that is printing minus 8.25. Okay, so when that is being given minus 8.25. Okay, so in the result of this statement, in the result of execution of this statement, minus sign would be discarded. 8.25 would be printed on the screen. So this is ABS function. How we can use it? The next function is INT. Fine. Int function returns the lowest integer that is less than or equal to given parameter. I repeat, it returns the lowest integer which is less than or equal to given parameter. Let's see how. The answer is same as the parameter. If the parameter is integer, or if it's simple integer, the answer would be the same. Okay. The syntax of using this function is as follows. Again, the same process. Write the name of the function along with the parameter. Parameter can be a value or an expression. Let's see what does x indicates here. It indicates the numeric value for which the lowest integer will be provided. Okay, so here the x is indicating that particular lowest integer whose value would be provided. Okay, so basically जैसे हम करते हैं flooring and ceiling, it does that work. Okay, fine. So example, let's see the example. First statement is a CLS statement that is used to clear the screen. The next there's a print statement along with the use of int function. And in very first int function, the value which is passed as a parameter, why I am calling it again and again as a parameter? Because this is a function which is int, and the values which are being passed, they are known as parameters, okay, or arguments. फाइन सो यहाँ जो भी वैल्यू या पैरामीटर या वैल्यू पास की जाती है उसको पैरामीटर या आर्ग्यूमेंट कहा जाता है. अब यहाँ पे क्या पास किया जा रहा है? 10.2, एंड एज वी नो दैट इट विल रिटर्न द लोएस्ट इंटीजर. Clear? That is less than or equal to given parameter. So 10.2, what is the lowest integer? As here is 0.2, so the lowest integer would be 10. As a result of this statement, 10 would be printed on the screen. Line number 30 is an again a print statement, print integer 10.9. Now इसका highest integer जो है वो print किया जाएगा. Clear? That would be 11. Line number 40, print integer minus 10.2. So minus 10 would be printed, zero point 0.2 would be discarded. Then line number 50, print integer minus 10.9. So minus 11 would be printed as it's 10.9. Next function is SQR. SQR function returns the square root of a positive number. Clear? So to use this type of function, it's compulsory that the value which is being passed as a parameter or argument, that should be positive value. Fine. So that its square root can be printed. SQR function returns the square root of a positive number. The number given to this function must be greater than or equal to 0. That would basically ensuring that it should be a positive number. Okay. The syntax of this function is as follows. Syntax are almost same of all the functions. So firstly, we will write the name of the function along with the parameter or argument. Clear? Let's see the example. CLS is again a clear screen command. Line number 20 is a print command along with the use of SQR function. यहाँ पे 81 is passed in this function. So the square root of 81 would be 9. That would be printed on the screen. Line number 30 is again a SQR function statement along with the print statement. Now 5 is given. So इसका square 2.2 or something जो है वो print कर दिया जाएगा as a result of this SQR function. Clear? The next topic of chapter number 5 is about string functions. So what are strings and what are the functions of strings, how we can use those string functions. Before that, let's revise the numeric functions. We have learned about three type of numeric functions. Numeric functions are basically those on which are applied on numeric values. ABS returns the absolute value. Fine. The syntax of using this is to write the name of the function along with the parameter, and here is the use of ABS function. Int function, it returns the lowest integer or that is less than or equal to that particular parameter. We have seen the working also. This is the syntax, name of the function along with the parameter. Third one is SQR, square root, which is basically used to return the square root of a function, of a number. And for the use of this Okay, so we were learning about string functions. What are they? What is string basically? We have learned the definition of string also, that any collection of characters enclosed in double quotation marks is known as a string. Fine. So all the functions which can be applied or used along with that string are known as string functions. String functions are used to perform different operations on characters and string values. Characters पे और string values पे apply करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं. The results of these functions may be in the form of string or numeric values. The results can be in the form of string or numeric. We have learned about numeric functions also. Their result would almost every time their result would be in numerics. Fine. But when we talk about string functions, their result can either be in the form of string or it can be a numeric value. Some important string functions used in basic language are as follows. These are five string functions which we'll learn about: len, left, right, mid, val. Fine. So today we'll discuss the very first one, which is len function. Len function is basically used to define or get to know about the length of that particular string. Len function is used to find the number of characters in a string, basically length of that particular string. It also counts blank spaces. So if that string would have be containing some blank spaces, that would also be counted in the len function. The syntax of this function is as follows: len and str. What is this str? Len is the name of the function we know. And what is this str? This str indicates the string value whose number of characters are to be counted, whose length needs to be known. Okay. So this is a string function that is used if we want to know the number of characters of a particular string. So how we can use this type of function? We'll have to write the name of the function along with the value whose number of characters need to be counted. Fine, it can be the name of the string also. The string would be passed in the function and then that function would tell that how many characters are there in that particular string. And keep it in your mind that it will also include blank spaces. Clear? Let's see the example. CLS is a clear screen command. Now this is a string, me, along with dollar sign. We had learned that whenever we will have to declare a string, we have learned in chapter number 2 that to declare a string, we'll have to use a dollar sign, okay, along with the name of the string. So this is a me dollar string that is containing a value which is Pakistan. Okay, let's give this string to len variable. Okay, so next line is containing a print statement which is using a len function and the string is passed whose value needs to be known. Okay, it can be used with like this way. Like we can give the value to a string variable and then variable can be passed. And if you see in this line, we can directly pass the string also. Now, hi word, this is the string. It is not a string variable. So the string can also be passed and string variable can also be passed in len variable. That's it for today.